This land, our land, is our Zimbabwe, a land of peace for you and me. Once born in pain and segregation, but now we live in harmony. Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe.
Though I may go to distant borders, my heart will yearn for this my home. For time and space may separate us, and yet she holds my heart alone. Now flies the flag, my nation's glory. I'll live with pride inside my heart. I'll make a stand to build this nation, this my land, my Zimbabwe.
Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe. We've been through it all. We've had our days, we've had our falls. Now the time has come for us to stand as one.
The night is gone, and with the morning come rays of hope that lead us on.
So we will strive to give our children a brighter day where they belong. Oh, now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe. Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe. This our land, our Zimbabwe. This our land, our Zimbabwe.
Welcome to the Kariba demo. This is the wall that we mentioned yesterday. We talked about this yesterday. Are we together? We talked about the Kariba demo yesterday when we were at Kariba High Church. This is the wall that is actually blocking the Zambezi River. As you can see, it's actually a very huge wall that we have here. So this is actually made of concrete and steel. So the blockage is created like Kariba that we see at the back there. Are we together? When did we say this wall was built? 1956. So it was built 1956 to 1960. Yes. so that we can have the water that we have in Lake Kariba. Are we together? That's fine, it's okay. So they took about 4 years to build this wall. So this wall is about 13 meters at the top. Then at the base, it's about 24 meters. Then the chest length is about 627 meters. So the width at the top, 13 meters. Then at the base, it's about 24 meters. So this is the wall that is blocking the water. The Zambezi will actually continue after this wall. So the water will actually go, the turbines that we mentioned, generating power here, they are about 152 meters from where we are. Where we are standing is that site, that is the Zimbabwean power station. The turbines are planted down about 152 meters. So the water is actually directed by the penstock so that it can actually hit the blades of the turbines so it can actually turn them. By so doing, we will be generating electricity. So we have got about 8 turbines that we have on the Zimbabwean side and 6 turbines on the Zambian side. 8 turbines in Zimbabwean side, then the 6 turbines in Zimbabwean side. So this is the Zimbabwean side, the Kariba North Bank, and that is the Kariba South Bank. This wall has been built and it is on no man's land. We share the wall with Zambia. We mentioned the authority that is in charge of this wall. Can anyone remember? Not ZESCO. ZESCO is the power utility in Zambia. ZESCO deals with Zambia. Here we've got ZPC, Zimbabwe Power Company, then we've got ZESCO in Zambia. The authority is called Zambezi River Authority. Zambezi River Authority. It's the authority that is managing the demo. Neither Zimbabwean or Zambian. So it is here to monitor the demo. On this wall, we have got 2 projects that are running. One, they are repairing the floodgates. You see them. They want to remove the old floodgates and put the new ones. 2, they are refurbishing the stealing pool or the plunge pool. The wall that existed in front of the demo, they need to reinforce it so that if they open the floodgates or if there is any flooding, it means they will have a well-reinforced wall that will actually absorb shock. So this wall has been designed in such a way that it absorbs shock. When the water is flooding, they open the floodgates, then the water doesn't affect the plunge pool. So we've got 2 projects here that are running. So I would take, I think, how many girls do we have here? 30. I think we will have about 10 first. Then they'll actually see. I'll show them the plunge pool and also the floodgates. If there are any questions, then we answer. Answer the questions. Are we together? So. Since they constructed the Kariba. So they need to reinforce it. They are removing all the roof stores that were being affected by the water that was evacuated since they actually constructed the Kariba. The blockage, they had to build the blockage. This is the coffer dip. It is restricting the water that is coming from the table. So this water will actually flow down to the base. So the water will come back to We are in the harbor, where we are seeing the top. Lake Kariba is a home of over 26 species of fish. I repeat, we have 26 species of fish that survive in the Kariba waters.
Fishes meaning tides.
Types of fish. The smallest fish that you would find in Kariba is actually called the kapenta. It is listed as one of the species that are in Lake Kariba. Kapenta reproduces in Lake Kariba, and it has created an industry that serves the people of Kariba. So this type of fish we call it kapenta. So it's fished in Lake Kariba. Can you all see this?
Yes.
This is not baby fish, but it is a fish on its own. It's a type on its own. It doesn't grow any bigger than this, more than 5 centimeters. The mother kapenta would actually go and hatch eggs, then they will be reproduced orally. Then this operation can only be done at night. From Kariba Bay, I understand you are seeing a small town that has been created opposite into the lake.
Yes.
Can you see the lights at night?
Yes.
Those are the boats that are fishing kapenta. So they use the lights to attract kapenta. So the attraction at the top, and also there is an underwater light that goes down with the night. So they will be doing that overnight. They can do 2 to 3 lifts depending on the catches that they have during the night. So this is actually sold. To preserve them, they put coarse salt so that they can actually be dried while they are still fresh. Is that clear?
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes.
So the process is just simple as this. They lay them on the nets, when they dry up, they remove them, and they are sold in kgs, 30 kgs, 60 kgs, depending on the market. Do we have questions?
Yeah. How long do they take to dry?
Depending on the sun, yes, they can 4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours.
Yes,
They are ready for packing
ready for packing.
and sent.
In October, they will be out at 7, 9 o'clock they will be dry.
Okay.
But now we are in the winter. The light intensity is reduced. Yes. But in October, they will take 2 hours, 3 hours, they will be dry. And also they can be sold frozen. If you want the frozen kapenta, you can actually buy them frozen, but they don't salt them. They don't put salt if you want to freeze them, yes.
I mean, have eaten this before?
Everyone,
Yeah, almost.
almost, yeah. So most of the kapenta, they come from Kariba, Lake Kariba. We do have some, of course, they come from Mozambique, but mostly in Zimbabwe, the kapenta comes from Kariba. Question? Questions?
Yes.
No questions? Yes. Why do they dry the fish? To preserve them.
Why do they
Sold. Yes, it's actually a preservative that will actually keep them fresh.
What do you think would happen if this was not salted?
They would rot, yes. So the salt would actually dehydrate them, but also to preserving them. To dehydrate the kapenta.
Sir,
Yes.
how come some water? So how is you put salt?
Yeah, they put salt, yes. It's spices. Just of course, as small as it can.
Like now, that's what you say, right? It's not expensive.
Yes,
It's not expensive.
just like us human beings.
So we just have but people they treat them women so much like them fried. So it's fingerlings or fried. These are the baby fish. Eggs are known as raw, and usually they are laid in water which is stagnant to avoid them being swept away by the current. And once they hatch, their fingerlings, they start to swim. All fish don't on the nest. And who does the nest? Who prepares the nest?
The mother.
The male. The male goes in circles, creating a nest. Some of the nests for breams, especially, you can sink into that hole, into that nest, and then he calls the madam to say, "Please come and
Lay the eggs.
come and lay the eggs." If madam is not happy, what will happen?
The male fish will go to get another.
The female will say, "No, I'm not interested." So the male is going to dig another one. So that process goes on up until the mother is
Satisfied.
happy. Once the mother is now laying the eggs in the wall, the father now, being the male producer, will come and fertilize on top of that raw or the eggs, and then that is where the fertilization takes place.
What happens if the eggs are not fertilized?
They will not. If eggs are not fertilized, suppose your chickens, the eggs are not fertilized, are they going to hatch into chickens? No, they will not.
So that is actually the cycle. We also have some other species like the red claw crayfish. We mentioned about the breeding, laying eggs on the ground. Some of these species will actually come and destroy these eggs. Why? Because they feed on them. They eat on anything. They act as a hoover. They clean the floors, thereby eating the food that is on the ground, the eggs and everything. So that has affected the reproduction of other fish. So we've got the red claw crayfish. It's actually a fish that has invaded the Lake Kariba. So it has destroyed most of the reproduction of
What's
other
the name of that particular fish?
red claw crayfish.
No, I'm saying I'll ask them. Yeah. Crayfish.
Yes,
Some of us probably by the hotel maybe
Claw.
serve crow.
red claw
Crayfish.
crayfish.
They are eating raw, not necessarily from Kapenda, but from all other.
All other species.
That is why the bream population is getting low. Because
Yeah.
the eggs are being eaten
By
by the crow.
By the crow.
The crow was imported from some other country
Some other country.
to control Matemba population, because Matembas were becoming too many. Now
yes.
the mistake is they are eating all fish eggs. So the fishing industry in Kariba is affected.
What do captains do?
Yeah, they mostly people out
You know out here. So if they feed on algae, what type of creatures are they? If they feed on algae, what type of creatures? Yes, they are herbivores. They eat plants, but they are herbivores.
Carpenter rigs. Carpenter rigs are the boats that we use to fish carpenter. We saw, can we be quiet please? We saw the carpenter on the rigs, and we are here to see the boats that catch the carpenter. As you can see, the boats have got a very large round net at the back, and there are lights at the back. Can you see them? Those are the lights that you see at night. They switch on the lights so that they can actually attract the carpenter. So the net is lowered under or in the water. It also has a small underwater light that will actually travel with the net underneath. So the carpenter will actually come to the light, the shining light. Eventually they will lift the net, then trapping the carpenter into the net. So So this operation, like I mentioned, it can only be done at night. That is the carpenter fishing boat. It does have a winch, an engine, so it moves from this side and goes to relative fishing spots. Every boat is given a permit by national parks, so they observe and see which area should have 10 boats, 20 boats, depending on the availability of carpenter. Are we together? Yes. So those are some of the boats. They deliver the carpenter in the morning. Then at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they are moving into different basins where they can actually catch the carpenter during the night. Yes.
Will these people sleep?
They take turns to sleep. Yes, they take turns. Yes, on the boat. They take turns to sleep. 2 people, they will exchange. One person sleeps the first 3 hours, then the other person will actually sleep the next 3 hours. They give each other shifts. If you are clever, you have to carry water. So that's Alan. Right, we just hooked up into this boat.
Sorry, turn your seat that way.
So that you can see.
Your face is here. Right here, yes, in Lake Kariba. These are some of the vessels that you would find in Lake Kariba. We've got different categories of boats that we have in Lake Kariba. We will start with houseboats, fishing boats, and speedboats. So this is actually a typical example of a houseboat, and it is one of the luxury houseboats that we have in Kariba. The Southern Belle, it was built here in Kariba by Mr. Tena, this boat. It has gone to Zambia, it was bought in Zambia. It's called the Southern Belle. It was built in Zimbabwe, it went to Zambia, then it came back here also because it was acquired by a Zimbabwean. So this is a typical houseboat. It can go out with 40 people sleeping, but on a boat cruise they will take up to 200 people. 40 people sleeping here, but on a boat cruise they can take up to 200 people. As you can see, it's nicely furnished. It has got a bar, it has got a restaurant, it does have a jacuzzi, it does have bedrooms. So this is actually a typical luxurious houseboat, which is called Southern Belle. It is among, I think, the second biggest here in Lake Kariba. We've got, it should be the biggest, eh? The biggest, yes. We also have the Zambezi Trader, which is actually one of the big boats that we have here in Kariba. But as you can see, this is very nice. You can talk of anything. I've heard some mentioning that it is the Queen's boat here in Kariba, but it's actually owned by Zimbabwe. So you can actually book it anytime you want to come with your family, with your friends. You can actually have weddings in this boat. Yes, they've got a very large space of area at the top where you can actually sit. A wedding reception can be done. So this is a houseboat called Southern Belle. Do you have questions? We are just quite sure, but it is in the 90s. Roughly, when was it built? Captain. When was Southern Bell built?
Southern Bell was built 1993.
1993, yes. That's the captain, yes, that's Captain Trimo Murienda. He's the captain of this boat. He drives this boat. The person who drives the boat, we call him? Captain. So that's Captain Murienda, he drives this boat.
And the weight is 200 tons. So be fishing.
Did you hear that?
People work here.
We'll start operating again. Okay, how many crew did I say? 20 crew, yeah, okay. And when we go out, we've got a live band, okay? Somebody playing the piano there, okay? The drums and the keyboard. At the moment, they are the guys that are in Blawayam on a holiday. We've got 6 chefs working here, 6 wine waiters, 6 food waiters and 2 wine waiters, okay? And in the rooms, people who will take care of the rooms, there are 3 cabin stewards, myself, the captain, and my assistants, the assistant captain. It's called Justice. And when we go out, we tow behind us 6 speedboats, like okay, and we go and we moor somewhere, and we'll take you for game cruise or fishing with the small boats, okay? And everything's done here. All the cakes, baked cakes, baskets, bread, they're all done here. Both like I've said before, there are 6 chefs who work on this boat. We can go as far as Binga. Binga from here is about 250 kilometers, okay, up to Binga. All the way floating. With this boat going to Binga, it will take us 24 hours floating in the water. It's like an ocean, but it's man-made like. Okay. Any more questions? Yes?
Where does the crew sleep?
The crew. Okay, the crew, they sleep downstairs. We'll show you the crew cabins. It's downstairs. And they've got 2 engines which runs this boat. Okay? And at the moment, I think you can see power. We are using shore power, but if we go out on the cruise for overnights, we can go something like 1 week on the lake. We have all the food stored, okay, in the storeroom, in the cold room. Okay?
How long did it take to build this?
Nice question. You are lucky, both the captain is one of the pioneers to build the boat. Okay, from the beginning. Unfortunately, we are too many. I can't show you all the photos when we built the boat. But maybe I can show you, teach us. It took us 2.5 years to build this boat. Like all the cabins, okay, we made them in Harare already. And the pontoons we made in Harare, then we assembled here in Kariba. Okay, the question. This is the dance floor. Let's say we are going to you for 4 nights, okay? First day, we'll put the welcome drinks here for you. And you go into your cabins the first night. And then around 5 o'clock, you go in a small boat for game cruise or fishing. Next day, we change the place to go another place. The last night, since I've told you that we've got 3-man band, live band, this is the dinner dance. Okay, that's where we'll be dancing for the last night. Then the last day, you disembark the boat. There's the bar. Okay. Another question? Yes?
How is the electricity?
Where does the electricity come from?
That's
The
a good
power,
question. Yes.
the source of electricity on the boat, where does it come from? Right now they're taking it from the lake shore, but when they are floating, that's what you're asking.
Yes.
The backup.
Exactly. When we go out, we've got the generator. We've got 3 generators which give us power. We've got 180 kVA which can run everything. 180 kVA Cummins generator. And then we've got another small 60 kVA and then the smallest 20 kVA. But sometimes during the day, we don't have to run the air cons, so we just run the small generator. Our generator, generally they use diesel and the engines They use also diesel. We've got 2 big engines which drives this big boat. And where I'll be driving up there, on the top. It's a nice room, but at the moment I won't allow to go there because we've been working there. It doesn't look nice. Okay, that's my room. That's where I'll be driving. There's a GPS and the radar. The GPS can show me the Lake Kariba map and it can show me where I'll be going. I'll just make sure I plot wherever I want to go. Let's say I want to go to Binga. I'll just put it on the GPS and then I'll just follow the marker up to Binga and use the GPS. The radar just the same like the ones which you find in the aeroplanes. The radar can show you anything which is floating on the lake. Okay, it can be shown on the radar. The GPS it won't show you something which is already floating, but the radar can show you something which is already floating in the water. It can show you that's the difference between the radar and the GPS. Okay.
Since the crew sleeps down, so when the boat sinks, the first boat to die will be them.
Yes. He said the crew they sleep downstairs. So if the boat sinks, that one who dies first. But we don't. We never have such a kind of incident. Okay. But like if there's anything which is happening, we've got people who've been checking if there's no fire, if there's no anything which is happening. So you'll be safe when you're sleeping here. You'll be very, very safe. And they've got some life jackets, okay, which you put on if you go out for game cruise or for fishing that small boats. In case if the small boat capsize, you'll put on the life jackets to keep you afloat. Any more questions?
It's kilometers per hour, but for boats it's knots. So for this boat, the highest speed is about 10 knots. When we change it to kilometers, about 17 kilometers per hour. When you're talking about cars, it seems as if it's slow, but for boats, it's relatively a fast speed. Any other question? Yes, Mundende? Do you have a question? Jaden? Okay, when was the boat constructed? I think that's a good question. Those who are listening, Pofu? 1993. Excellent, let's give him a hand. It's about 20.
take our seats.
This is just a demo of what is going to happen. Let's give a hand to Abel.
Okay.
So we are having some people who want to dance for Abel. So before we start, listen to Mr. Muno.
When someone talking, you shush. That's how you miss instructions. All right, on. Yes, the issue is on later and not now. We have precisely to be talking about the sunset cruise. About Malaika. This is our boat. Malaika is our boat, and without much ado, I'll hand you over to our tour operator, Mr. Kariba, to tell you about the do's and don'ts. Yes, we are no longer on tar, we are on water. This is the mode of surface, or the surface we are using now. It's unlike the road. I hope I'm very clear. I did warn you about your caps and stuff, because they'll fly out and there's a tendency of people wanting to follow, and that's how you land in water and probably drown. So let me hand you over to Mr. Kariba and Mr. Petros Kapingotoa to take over and tell you the do's and don'ts. Let's listen. I have seen this component amongst a number of us, whereby people tend to panic. Suppose you see a hippo there, or you see a crocodile, and you go haywire like you've been doing in the kitchen. You can't do that in a boat. Be warned. Remain stable, remain calm. Nothing is going to come in here. It's just as simple as that. I hope I'm very clear. I hope I'm very clear.
Thank you so much, Mr. Munoda, for the briefing, the briefing. Right, as your guide, I need to do a safety briefing, a quick demonstration on how to wear the life jackets and the life rings. These are the tools that we use in case of emergency. We went to the lake navigation, that is under Ministry of Transport. They actually demonstrated and they told us that these life-saving tools, they work on each and every vessel. Is that clear? Yes. So these are the life jackets. Yes, of course. We can actually travel without wearing life jackets. If you are in a big boat like this, yes, you are authorized. In case of emergency, they will be distributed. Is that clear? So we'll start with the demonstration. Malaika boat is KF 1454, that is the registration. Then the top ropes of the life jacket are tied to the front. The top ropes of the life jacket are tied to the front. The lower belts are tied to the waist. This is how you secure the life jacket to your body. This is a floater. Even if you can't swim, it actually enables you to float on top of the water. It will keep you afloat on top of the water. Secondly, we have life rings. Life rings, they are hanging sideways of the boat. Sideways of the boat. This will help 4 to 5 people, one person in the middle. The 4 can be holding on to the ropes around the life ring. So this saves 5 people at any given time.
Mr. Muno is traveling.
Mr. Muno will be there.
I will hold here and not
Then we have
go back over there.
what's the name? Yes, go and hold on. You put your come and hold there.
And you hold there.
And hold there. These people.
In the event of an incident, like you say, we hold there. He is holding it there. He can let it go, but we will hold
With
here.
one because it will be
And
floating.
It will be floating. We will not sink. But the moment you let go at your hands, what will happen?
You will sink.
You will sink. So this is held firmly, and probably help yourself with some
With paddling with your
paddling.
Paddling, yes.
Don't paddle using your hands. You are going to go. Don't let go here. That's okay, I think.
Thank you. Right, these are the life-saving tools that we have on board. Then we also have a speedboat that we are towing. It is called a tender boat. In case of emergency, we actually take people out because it moves a little bit faster than the big boat. So we are to tow a small boat, which is a speedboat, so that it will help us also to ferry people to the shoreline. Right, as we enter, this is Lake Kariba, the water that we have been seeing. We talked about the creation of Lake Kariba. From the day one, we talked about the demo building, 1956 to 1960. The water surfaced into this valley. Then these are some of the benefits. Tourists are coming, Goldridge is coming to Kariba so that they can actually have fun on the lake. So this is actually promoting our local tourism. As we enter, yes, we will try by all means to be by the shoreline so that we can actually see some of the water creatures or animals that can be quenching for the day. So for a start, we will start by the shoreline. Then we go a little bit further into the deep waters so that maybe you can actually glimpse the sunset. The drinks, we've got complimentary drinks. I think, Colin, you can start distributing the drinks and water to everyone who is here. Kariba is very hot for these guys. I don't think they will be very comfortable to be staying without water and the drinks. Right. The toilets are downstairs. To those who want to use the toilets, we've got the toilets, labeled gents and ladies, they are downstairs. Please do not go down without notifying the teachers or us, the crew. So please, if you want to go down to the toilet, please report to the people, ask the crew, so that if anything happens, we are there to help you. Are we?
I'm 10 years old now. I'm 10 years old now. I'm 10 years old now. Dear friends, I'm 10 years old now.
We wish you
Many more. We wish you many more. We wish you many more. April. We wish you many more. Yippee! Hooray!
I think you can do better, help her!
Hooray!
What do you think I help her?
is your best friend.
Who is your best friend? Who is your best friend? April. Who is your best friend? My best friend is Tawana. Nigga.
We have that lovely cake, and I think Ebo should be a footballer or a footballer in the making. Yeah, birthday footballer Ebo. We are now getting into cake cutting, and we need Mooneka to help with the cake cutting as the best friend.
Bueno, mala. Sakura,